Hey, welcome back to another PT reacts to different kind of videos. Today I'm gonna react Jubilees. Do all vegans think the same? I don't know why would they think the same, but I'm gonna react to this video. I've been vegan for more than 4 years now. Don't judge me. And I always have the different kinds of questions from fitness industry, how to build muscle, how to adapt a plant-based diet and stuff like that. So I think this can be useful for those who need guidance, and maybe we can learn from. You can see a different spectrum from different people, what they think about or how they apply their specific veganism to their life. So let's jump into it. If you like this kind of videos, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Let's go.
Use to eat at a table where people are eating animal products. In my mind, it's the same thing as if like you're eating a dog or a child in front of you.
This guy is the poster child of veganism. He's got like the vegan necklace, the vegan t-shirt. Let's see what's happening. So if you don't know this show, they choose 5-10 peoples, and they give them statements, and then they gonna go into different places where they're marked from disagree or strongly agree with the statement.
I guess it's just like in the definition, veganism is a way of living which seeks to exclude as far as practicable and possible.
I didn't become vegan with any sort of ethical reasoning in mind. I just was very sick all the time, and I just had an inclination that if I stopped eating animal byproducts that I would feel better, and I did. And all the
Okay, I'm gonna go against a little bit against veganism, just because she was saying that because she was eating meat and meat products, and was something in her mind, if we cut meat products or animal products, then she's gonna feel better and then it's gonna be healthier, which it's not necessarily true. See, some people can be very, very healthy on an omnivorous diet, and a lot of vegan can sick or ill, develop illness on a vegetarian diet. And just because you eat vegetables, it doesn't mean you're gonna be healthier or your diet's gonna be more optimal. You still have to hit those requirements, minerals, protein, vitamins, everything you need to hit like you would do an omnivore. So if your body's lack of any nutrients, then you need to eat those kind of, you can find most or basically everything in plant-based diet, but you need to eat those nutrients to become healthy. So everyone reacts different, but just because you switch to vegan diet, it's not necessarily gonna cure all the disease on the world. You still need to proportionally eat whatever your goal is or whatever your health requires. People, when they switch to plant-based diet, they become healthier, but not because of the plant-based diet. It's because the omnivore diet was so unhealthy. Then when you just switch to fruits and vegetables, you just naturally increase, vitamins and minerals. So they just become healthier, but you can do the same on omnivore diet. So just because if you eat a piece of chicken, but everything 80% is plant-based, you're still gonna be healthy. I'm not saying you should do it, but it's not black and white.
So I feel like that's more plant-based when you're vegan for health or vegan for something else, because at the end of the day, we seek to use products that have no animals in them at all.
The reason climate change is real, you can do more good for the environment by being vegan than giving up your car.
That's true.
Insane. I guess the ethics came afterwards, which is why I agree with you guys. I feel like we both think the same things, but why I started wasn't for ethics, which is why I'm here.
I will not buy or cook non-meat items in love. 3.
Yeah, don't do that. If someone comes to our flat and then they want to eat something, they're gonna be vegan. So they can buy stuff for themselves. So if we go out with someone and they're not vegan, they're gonna buy whatever they want. I'm not gonna force them to eat vegan. But if they come here and I cook or I buy something, it's always gonna be vegan, and I try to show examples of maybe another substitute what they usually eat on an omnivore diet. So it's like a fake meat product or something which is can replace into their diet. So, and they might like it and they might join to be more plant-based.
This one's tough because I bought like a chicken burrito for my brother. He would go get it anyway, and that's me.
It's kind of like I understand her what she's saying, but I would still not support that industry with my money. So if her brother wants to buy himself, fine, but I wouldn't buy for him with my money. Maybe, you know, does it make sense?
Maybe not the best way to go about it. Maybe I should deter him, but the way I try to promote my diet is just by being an example and not by forcing it into someone else, because I just think that if maybe like I had bought a vegan burrito, he would just like be resentful of veganism even more because he didn't get what he wanted.
Buying it or preparing animal products or anything that's not vegan for somebody is enabling them to fund the very oppression that I'm against. Like for me, I've taken the liberation pledge. So like I'll refuse to eat at a table where people are eating animal products. In my mind, it's the same thing as if like you're eating a dog or a child in front of me.
My approach is like leading by example.
This guy just changed place, right? I don't know what happened, but he changed place.
Right? All of my family knows you're not going to come to my house and bring any animals in or ask me to prepare it. But I do a lot of cooking. So I think what has brought me a lot of joy is like taking everything that I know my family loves to eat and veganizing it. And I've seen like my mom, my dad, and my brother, who I never thought would go vegan in a million years, go vegan. And I do know.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. Like a lot of people, my mom and like a lot of friends, they adopting more plant-based just because they now understand, they now know, they see how I do it, and then they see like, okay, this is possible. So, you know, I can do this on my own as well. It's just a different cuisine. You can implement it. It's just you need to learn how to cook those different things.
Know that if I would have had the approach of like judging them or, you know, coming too aggressive, it would not have been met with love or understanding at all. Not forcing it on them, it has actually helped them come over to the dark side.
You're still vegan if you allow yourself an exception. 3, 2, 1.
Where do you draw the line then, I guess? Like you're bending your own morals every once in a while. It's the same thing with like meatless Mondays. Like we don't have like homophobic free Tuesdays. Like
yeah, like it's very true. Like veganism is a belief. Yeah, it's like it's the way you say the word. So it's not just not eating animals, any product, or not consuming any products, but it also be more conscious about the environment, ethics. It's not just a diet. It's the way you want to make the smallest footprint as possible. So you're always conscious about others, and you put yourself into second or third place. So obviously you don't want to hurt animals, but you don't want to hurt the environment. And same against other people, you know, you just don't want to hurt them because they are different. You're not going to take a day off from your beliefs just because you are tired to be a kind person.
Say you're traveling and it's genuinely hard to find like vegan food. You can't like survive on like just like lettuce all the time.
It's not hard to find vegan food. I've been in a lot of countries, even Brazil, Japan. You can always find, you know, fruits, vegetables, beans. You just have to put the effort in, and you can cook. You can always find, you know, substitute. Well, you can support your diet. I've been in Japan for 2 weeks, Brazil in 2 weeks. I've never been hungry. I always find fun foods to eat. So I don't know what to talk about. It's definitely easier. Like let's say here in Brighton, it's like a heaven for vegans. But back in my country, in Hungary, or as I said, Japan, Brazil, it's super hard. They're very meat-based countries, but you can still find, if you put the effort in, you can always find whatever you want.
And in certain like cultures, like say like China, like it's
I've been in China, I was fine.
really hard to find something without meat.
I've grown up in different countries and surrounded by different cultures, and we live in a place where veganism is almost mainstream and it's super accessible, but there's developing countries where that's just not the case.
Is it more of like a convenience thing, or is it more of a like, it's really, there's literally nothing available? There's not a banana or an apple or a bean.
I spent 3 months near the Arctic Circle in Iceland, and in Iceland, their diet is just, it's such a cold climate. It's all like sheep, fish, you know, it's really very
If in like 1% of the cases, if like live in Africa or in like Antarctica or something, that you really don't have anything else to eat, just meat, then yeah, it's survival. It's not against your beliefs. You just have to survive. It's different, but and most 99% of the time you will find substitute. You will always find something you can eat. Developing countries are plant-based. Like meat is supposed to be a special food, right? It's an expensive food. So if you are a cheap country, you're gonna do rice and beans and corn and stuff like these are cheap. You can grow a lot, and it's a much better calorie per volume. So developing country is always gonna be plant-based.
I've been bullied for being vegan.
I think everyone has been with a little bit. It's I see more in fitness industry, like it's like, how can you lift weight and not eat chicken or drink milk because it's neat for the bones and stuff? Where do you get the protein? Like, these are just, it's not, don't take it personally, it's not against you, they just don't know better. If they don't know the basic of nutrition or the human body, they wouldn't ask these questions, because as long as you eat your calories and you eat the same amount of protein than everyone else, then you will fine and you will build muscle, or you will lose weight, or whatever your goal is. It's calorie per calorie, there's no difference. As long as you get all the nutrients what you need to get for your body, then you'll be fine. Doesn't matter where it comes from.
Where I would come from, Orange County, is just a really nice place to be vegan. People really understand why people are vegan. Every now and then you get the, bro, you look like you need a hamburger, but I mean, it's not that bad.
You're not black if you're vegan. How can you be black and vegan? And it really does mess with your head. I'll get a lot of social media bullying, to the point where sometimes it does affect my mental health, just because I try to be a good person, but just someone finds out you're vegan and it's like the world hates you. And I think it's really easy to bully people online.
If you wear leather,
I think if you consciously consume.
She's the weirdo. She's always stands on the other side and the other people. Definitely weirdo.
Leather and buy it and wear it because you want to and you're conscious of that choice, then it's not vegan. But the way our society is structured, there's so many accidental cases in which you could be owning or wearing a vegan thing. Like if you ride a bike, a lot of bike seats.
Why is he changed place again? He changed place again. I think he likes her.
Or leather, and it's hard to always know exactly what you're purchasing.
It's not hard. I mean, okay, it's not easy, but you can always ask on customer service. Let's say you go to Nike's website or from Facebook page, you can chat them, and the customer service is going to tell you if any of their products are vegan or not vegan, and you just don't buy it. Like, I love Jordan, but they don't do vegan stuff, so I cannot wear Jordan anymore. You just have to suck it up, because they use animal glue or leather or a piece of leather or something. But nowadays they do a lot of like fake leather stuff, which is like really identical to the old-fashioned leather products. So why would you wear leather instead of the fake leather if it's same durable and just look the same?
I think people do have excuses, especially in like poorer neighborhoods. They're working so much, they don't have the time to consciously go out and research about veganism.
I think it's really important though that we have a very clear message of what veganism is, because when we start to make excuses, then people who aren't vegan and are just learning about it, they have a confused message of what it is.
Exactly. Veganism is more like just be conscious about environment, and just, as I said, try to make the smallest footprint possible. So you want to know where your products come from. It's not just vegan, but it's ethical. It's ethically made. It's it's the plastic recyclable and stuff. So you don't want to buy extra plastic bags if you don't need to. You take your own bag. So it's not just about animals, but be conscious and be just, as I said, small footprints. environmental footprint.
You are a better person if you 3, 2, 1.
You're definitely not a better person if you're a vegan.
But me as an individual, I am a better person than I ever was before. And I guarantee that anyone who goes vegan will be a better version of themselves.
Probably yes.
I think
It's true. Just because you're not consuming animal products, you're not necessarily better than anyone else. Why would you be? It's just a belief system, right? So let's say there's a doctor who like literally saves lives every day and he eats a piece of meat, then he saved 5 human lives and they eat a chicken breast. Like, okay, he's definitely made much more to our community than I did, who just passively didn't hurt animal, but he actually saves lives. So what is better or not is like what you put in a balance. You're not definitely better just because you're not consuming animal products.
I'm a better person because I'm vegan, but I know vegans who are racist and homophobic, and to me, they aren't good people. I think they make good choices when it comes to what they consume.
I think to be vegan, which is why I was in somewhat disagree, because I feel like if you're racist and you're homophobic or you're an oppressor, I feel like that's very anti-vegan. Just in my personal opinion, I feel like vegan is an anti-discrimination, anti-oppression movement. It's really hard to be racist and be vegan. I would not consider you vegan if you're homophobic or racist or something like that, because we are animals. How can you be discriminating against humans in that form? So that's why I'm here, someone who's truly vegan, who is of those values. In my personal opinion, I don't feel like they're better, but I feel like they are a good person.
Hey, that was it. Nice video, I liked it. If you want to see more, hit the like button. Let's get 15 likes on this and I'm gonna upload another one. Really enjoyed it. You can see a wide spectrum of people who are vegan, and then you hopefully have a better perspective and what veganism is and what we support and whatnot. Hope you enjoyed again. Catch you next one, guys. Train complete.